All right, welcome to video 2, how mold impacts our health. So, why is this topic even important? Why do we need an entire course on how to clean your home of mold? I mean, there's so many professional companies out there that do this work every day. Why can't we just hire one of them? Why do you, as a homeowner or renter, need to learn this information for yourself? Well, the unfortunate reality is that the disaster cleanup industry is wrought with fraud. Now, like I've said many times, there are some amazing remediation companies out there for sure. I have several companies that I work with on a regular basis that are trustworthy businesses who do an excellent job for my clients. But more times than I can count, I've seen people deceived, scammed, and made even sicker by so called expert remediation companies. And frankly, I'm just tired of having my heart broken as I watch my clients go through such trauma. If mold remediation is not done with the utmost care, the home can be contaminated much more severely than it was to begin with. And I can't tell you how many times I've had phone calls from people describing how their entire family suddenly got severely ill due to a botched remediation job. And not only that, but all of the contents inside their home are now contaminated too. And on top of all of that, they had to fire their company that they were working with and hire a new company, completely starting over, usually paying significantly more money than they should have to begin with, and often need to leave the home until it's livable again. That might sound a little extreme, but it's 100% real and much more common than I wish to admit. Fortunately, not all water events are a big deal, and except for some mild inconveniences, it can be fixed with relatively little disruption. So I'm definitely not here to scare anyone. I'm not a fear-mongering person. We don't need to freak out anytime we see a drip of water inside our homes. But as you probably know, in many circumstances, perhaps similar to what you're dealing with, the problem can be quite large and overwhelming. And if it's not done properly, there can be huge financial burdens. It can create severe illness, and it can cripple relationships and take a huge toll on us emotionally and spiritually. And so, that's why I created this course. I'm tired of this unnecessary burden being imposed on too many good people. So if you want to avoid the heartache from a remediation done poorly, then you get why this topic is so important. Okay, so let's just touch on why mold can be such a big deal. I mean, why can't you just clean it yourself with some bleach and be done with it? So let's be honest. Anybody here done that? I mean, most of us have probably done that. That's what they tell us online to do, and that's what people tell us who, are trying to help us. Or perhaps you know someone close to you who's lived in a moldy home and they've been completely fine, or you're living in a house and you're sick but other family members have no symptoms. So, why am I making such a big deal out of this? Like many things, mold exposure can be completely benign or it could make you very ill. Just like one person can smoke 2 packs of cigarettes every day of their life and be seemingly fine, another person could develop cancer from the same behavior very quickly. Some people can eat a peanut and literally die, but most of us can eat peanuts all day long and be completely fine. So, it's about bio-individuality. Some people may not get sick, but some people will. And of course, we want to avoid the risk altogether. And as a side note, did you know that peanuts are one of the most moldy foods you can eat? So if you're dealing with mold, they're best avoided. So sorry, folks, I can't help myself. I am a mold inspector and a nutritionist, right? Okay, so let's get back to science. Let's talk about some science here. We've got plenty of scientific research showing that mold can and does affect every single system of the body. A significant mold exposure can lead to years of chronic health challenges if not diagnosed appropriately. And if an infection is bad enough, it can literally kill you. While there are many life-threatening illnesses out there, no other illness can affect both you and literally everything you own at the same time. So what I mean is, not only does it affect your body, but it contaminates your home and all of the contents in your home. So not only do you have to treat your body, but you have to treat your home and everything you own at the same time. That's a that's incredibly overwhelming. So when the exposure is big enough, it can cause immune suppression, hormonal disruption, brain inflammation, gut inflammation, liver and kidney dysfunction, pregnancy and fertility issues, respiratory issues, mood and behavior disruption, and a whole lot more.